Hello, my Banda crew, and welcome back to the channel. This is part 2 of my Thanksgiving celebration series. I know we're getting closer to Christmas, but I released a video back on Thanksgiving asking my subscribers to request some videos as a way of saying thank you to my community for subscribing and commenting and, you know, just being generally an awesome community. I wanted to give back to you guys, and the best way I figured was to do some request videos. So this is going to be a 4-part series, and we are currently on video number 2. The one who requested this is CameronHarris. So Cameron, I hope you enjoyed this video. And without further ado, let's just jump into it because there's over 40 carts to discuss. And here we go. So the way I'm going to be ranking these carts is going to be love this. So if I absolutely love a cart, it's going to go in the top rank. This is okay, as in it's a cart that I like, but it's not like top tier, so it's just okay. Then it's a car, so I don't really have any strong feelings on it one way or other. It's just a car to me. And then last but not least, kill it with fire would be the ones that I think are ugly and would not like, so we just throw them in the fire. So with that all said, let's just jump into it and go with the first cart. Classic cart from Crash Team Racing. This will be the first love of the video. I know, first cart, it's getting love, kind of crazy. But CTR was my all-time favorite game growing up, so I have a lot of nostalgia for this cart. And that's why it gets a love this. Then we move on to Team Bandicoot. This is also going to be a nostalgic pick for me because this is from Crash Nitro Kart. So, Crash Nitro Kart, not as fun as CTR, but I have a lot of nostalgia for that too. So this is going to get an okay, not a love, but still high up on there. Then we move on to the Team Cortex cart. I love this cart. This cart, so cool. It's got the teeth on the front. It's real badass. I always like this cart. And it kind of reminded me of the original cart from CTR, just more like, as I said, badass. So back in the day when I was playing with this cart, loved it. Then we move on to Team Trance. It's a car. Not the best, not the worst. Don't really have any feelings about it. Funny thing is, even though this is the Trance car, I always think of Spyro, because when you unlocked him on the Game Boy Advance version, that was the cart he was in. Then we move on to Team Oxide. I really don't have any opinions on this one either, so this just gets, it's a car. Then we move on to the Hovercraft. The Hovercraft, visually, I am in love with this. Mainly, again, because of nostalgia. Back in 1999, when I was playing the original Crash Team Racing, there were so many rumors about how you unlock Oxide and you get his hovercraft, and I wanted it so bad. The only way to get it was through a Game Shark code, and I'm pretty sure that it's an engine with Oxide thrown over him. That being said, we finally did get it, and unlocking it was amazing. Felt so rewarding because, like I said, I wanted it since 1999. Then we've got the Cabrio. This is a car, so it's a car. The Crikey I like more because it reminds me of Wrath of Cortex when you were in the Jeep and you were like driving through the stampedes and stuff. So Crikey's gonna get an okay from me. Detonator. This one reminds me of Wario from the Nintendo franchise, from Mario. Wario. I know it's not Wario's car, but every time I see it, I always think of Wario, and this is one of my favorite cars. Then we move on to the Doom Buggy. Doom Buggy, it's not the worst, but it's not the best. I'm going to give it a, this is okay. Then we have the Imperium. Imperium will get a, it's a car from me. And then we've got the Roadster. The Roadster, I always tie with Coco. I don't know if that's true, but I'm pretty sure that this is Coco's cart from CTTR. So I would give that an okay. And then the 6 pipes, I believe, is also from CTTR. I might be wrong, but I think it is. And I enjoy this one a lot. So that one's going to be, that's okay. Then we've got the Trike. This one, it's ironic because it looks similar to another one later in the tier list that's coming up. But I really don't like this one. So I'm putting that one there along with the Le Shaw. I think those are both ugly, but it's ironic because their counterparts in the Spyro and Friends Grand Prix, I put in the S tier. So the Trike's Dragonfly interpretation is going to get an S, and then the Spyro Mobile looks an awful lot like the Le Shaw, and that is also going to go up in S tier. But going back, I went ahead a little. So then we got the Banda Buggy. The Banda Buggy also gives me vibes of that Jeep from Crash Wrath of Cortex. So I'm going to put that up here too. Then we've got the Champion Kart. Champion Kart is for champions, so it gets an S tier. The Rocket Kart, I could, you know, live with it, live without it. It's going to be there. Then we move on to the Mammoth Kart. Mammoth Kart is really neat, and what I always think about with the Mammoth Kart is when you unlocked the stone wheels that had the blue fire. So that's going to get an S, even though I'm basing it entirely on the tires and not the kart itself. I just like the aesthetic of it. And then the Nostalginator. This one, kill it with fire. I hate the eyelashes on it. I think it's gross. But that's where we sit with that one. Protobula 2000. I was just called this the Back to the Future vehicle. And this one gets another S. I love that vehicle, the hovercraft. And like I said, it always just reminds me of Back to the Future. So that gets an S. I'm saying S, but, you know, it's a love this. Then the Cove Cruiser. Cove Cruiser, it's a car. And then we move on to Nasty's Ride. Man, we're getting a lot of S tiers because the Nasty Ride... You know what? Let's start sorting them out in the line as far as how much I like them. So then we will put Dragonfly there, Champion there. Okay, that looks good. That there. This one's gonna go up higher. We'll put it there. And then, yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, then the Nautilus. The Nautilus. This one, it's a car. And now we're back to another S rank. We got the Skull Rider. So along with the Mammoth, I think I'd put it a little under the Mammoth. So we'll put it there. Then we move on to the Phantom. So the Phantom is going to go up in S tier. I got a lot of S tiers. I didn't realize how much I loved all these karts. And then we got the Nitro Bumper. This was from the Koala Kong level. Oh my gosh. Just another one. Just the neon colors of it. And it's a bumper car. Give me a break. I love it. Then we move on to Daredevil. Daredevil's a car. It's not, you know... Let's say Daredevil. We'll put it... This one's really... I'm put that one down over here. And... There we go. Then we move on to the Pressurizer. This is another one that I think is from CTTR. I'm not 100% sure. I could be wrong. But I'm fairly certain it is. This one gets an okay for me. I like it. Now we have the Nitro Sleigh. Nitro Sleigh. Up in the S, baby. I loved that Grand Prix so much. The Winter Grand Prix. So that's getting an S for me, along with the Snow Plower is also going to get an S for me. I loved the decals that you could throw on the front of the plow. It was just cool. And then we step from S tier all the way down to bottom tier. The Candy Cone, Kill It With Fire. I even made a video on this back in the day on how much I disliked it and how off-putting it was that it had blinking eyes. I was not a fan of that cart. Very off-putting. The Candy Cone unicorn gross vehicle. Then we have the Dusty Rider. You know what? All of these are going in S. They were from Mega Mix Mania. Loved them. The Nuke, the Desert Duster, and the Dusty Rider. All of them very Mad Maxy. This one is more Star Wars than Mad Max. But all three of these are S tier. We might want to move them up further. The Nuke, yeah. Fair enough. And then we move on to the Void Manta. So this is from the final Grand Prix. Well, the final new level, the Grand Prix. It's a car. Even though it's not a car, it gets it's a car. And then the Velo Chopper. I like the Velo Chopper, so it gets there. This is a like. And then we're going to move on to the Galactic Cruiser. I never had any strong feelings on this one either, so this one just gets another it's a car. Then we move on to the Cog. The Cog. I love the Cog. This was one of the last Beanox vehicles. These were one of the last unlockables, period, as far as I remember. And the Cog gets to go up here with the other S's. And then, along with the Cog, the Neo Hawk also gets to go up there in the S's. And then, last but not least, we have the Nitro GT Kart, which kind of looks like the classic Kart, kinda not. I would give it, this is okay. So now I'm going to look and see if I would change anything up within the rankings. Classic Kart is the classic. Like, you can't beat the classic to me. It's very low maintenance. I enjoy it a lot. Then we've got the Team Cortex and the Back to the Future car. Then we're going to put the Dusty Rider up here and Nasty's Ride. Let's see. The Nuke, Dragonfly, Detonator. Champion would probably go down slightly. We'll put it down there. And we're going to put the Cog up here around the Hovercraft. Champion, Spiromobile, Mammoth, Skull Rider. Skull Rider is going to move down. Nitro Bumper is moving way up. I like the Nitro Bumper. Nitro Sleigh. We'll put it there. The Plow will go up here. And the Neon Hawk will go here. Okay, so that is for the S tiers. Now we're going to move on to the This Is Okay. Let's see. Pressurizer will probably be way up here. And the Velo Chopper. Then we've got the Crikey, the Banda Buggy, 6 Pipes. Yeah, that looks good. It's a car. We're gonna go... I don't think I'd change anything from that, actually. Actually, no, we might put this down to the bottom here. Galactic Cruiser. Okay, and then the last ones we've got... No. If I moved that, I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, so that is my final standings. The top ranking of Love This would be Classic, Team Cortex, Back to the Future, Dusty Rider, Nasty Ride, Nitro Bumper, Hovercraft, the Cog, Neon Hawk, the Nuke, Dragonfly, Detonator, Desert Duster, Champion, Snowplower, Spiralmobile, Mammoth, Phantom, Nitro Sleigh, and Skull Rider. Then the This Is Okay tier, we have Team Bandicoot, Pressurizer, Velo Chopper, Crikey, Bandabuggy, Six Pipes, Roadster, Doom Buggy, and the Nitro GT. It's a car tier. We have Team Trance, Team Oxide, Cabrio, Rocket, Cove Cruiser, Daredevil, Nautilus, Void Manta, Galactic Cruiser, and Imperium. And Kill It With Fire, we've got the Trikey, Leche, whatever, I don't know how to pronounce that one. The Nostalginator with its ugly eyelashes. And the final Kill It With Fire tier, the Candy Cone Unicorn. So my Bandit Crew, I hope you enjoyed this video, and like I said, I've got 2 more planned videos for this series. I'm going to try and get them out before the end of the year, and I hope you guys stick around for me in 2025 because the Crash content will not stop. Take care. Have a great night.